This is Persephone, and in today's video we are going to talk about cock and ball torture, which is one of the practices very largely used, you'll be surprised how much, to inflict pain on the male genitals, which results in more intense orgasm, more sexual pleasure, or more arousal in general. And I say arousal in general because there are people who actually like to watch this type of porn or adult content fetish videos without actually participating. And of course, I'm going to tell you how you can make money out of it, like we do every time. Before we start, I want to emphasize greatly that out of all the fetish videos I've done so far, this is by far the most dangerous one. And it's something that can result, if done incorrectly, to castration. And I don't mean consensual castration or castration fantasies. I mean the type of, I didn't want to go to the ER, but I ended up there and now they have to castrate me and I'm terrified, which is something you don't want to happen to you. Or in injuries that they are very dangerous for you and can get you in big trouble. So all the things that I'm going to describe from now on, you should always do them with people that you trust, like your goddess or your master or whoever you practice them with is someone that you know, someone you can trust, someone that if you want to use a safe word or you want to stop, you know they're going to stop right away. And to always take precautions. It's not the type of fetish that you can do every day. Like when it comes to cross-dressing, you can cross-dress every day and nothing is going to happen. This is something that you have to take breaks from. Okay. There are many practices and many ways to actually participate in BDSM. I'm going to just focus here on some of the most common and popular one, but the list is endless. The purpose of this video is not for me to just start listing up like series of mechanisms or devices or things like that. It's to give you an idea, and those of you that you're into it or want to explore it, you can look it up further or I can make an upcoming video. First of all, one very common practice that we have already discussed is ball busting. So if you want to know more about ball busting, you can watch my video. In a similar nature, we can talk about ball crushing or ball stretching. Ball crushing refers to devices that you use to pretty much crush or apply pressure on the testicles using screws, and the more you're screwing the device, like the ring around the testicles, the more pain you inflict. Of course, it's also very dangerous. It can lead to medical complications. So again, you need to have a safe word, and you need to, if you are especially new to this and you want to try it for the first time, you don't go all the way. Ball stretching refers to stretching your scrotum actually, and supposedly it makes orgasms more intense. I'm saying supposedly because I'm a woman, I've never experienced that, like personally, but yeah, from what I've seen, it does make it more intense. And it's something that you actually have again to practice once in a while and without starting with a lot of weight, because it can result in pain, inflammation, and so on. There are people who consider genital piercing a form of torture, but as someone that I had a lot of piercings when I was a teenager, I would say that it's not hardcore enough for me. But again, it has to do with your pain tolerance. So if you think that piercing is something very painful or you wouldn't want it applied to you, then yeah, we can include that too. Something that I do consider torture is genital waxing, which is pretty much applying hot wax in your cock and your balls. And again, it can lead to third-degree burns. There are specific waxes you can use, not just, I found candles in the house or just melt the wax and pour them all over me. That's very unsafe. And in general, for anything you want to do that I'm describing right now, it has to do research, starting slow, going slow, and not doing it with someone we just found online and oh my god, we click and let's see how it goes. It may not end up well. One of the most extreme ones, and I say extreme because sometimes I like to troll normal guys and I show them videos like that and they freak out, is urethral play, which includes putting medical used like tubes that they're called sounds inside your urethra to enlarge it. And this is used in medicine to see if there are obstacles inside the patient's urethra, but it can be very pleasurable and painful and used in BDSM. But from my experiences, very few men would actually be brave enough to even try that. So I don't know. I mean, if you can find someone who is cool and wants to try it, why not? How you can make money from that is, I'm always a residual income based person, which means I want all of the people who are participating in that, the new goddesses, the new princesses, I want you to do the work once and be paid multiple times, which means when you do a session with a slave or a sub or a payback or whoever, you can record it, of course, with their consent. We do not record people without their consent. And after you record it, you can upload it. And there is a very big audience of people who are into this type of thing, and they're going to pay a lot to watch your video. So if you are, this includes a fetish that is for people who are doing real life meetings. If you are doing real life meetings and you have someone who wants wax all over his cock or who wants to risk getting castrated and so on, you can record them, you can upload them in your site, or you can even make 30-second clips that they're like teasers to attract more paybacks. And trust me, you're just going to make money literally when you sleep, because once you get enough views, then you get a paycheck. And I get so much hate from those videos. You don't see it because usually I block the people who make hate comments. I want to say to you that all of those fetishes are connected to humiliation, to masochism, to many kinds of things that normal people do not understand. If you want to understand more about why someone becomes a masochist or a sadist, you can watch my previous videos, or you can send me specific questions. But just because you were lucky enough to be normal and to not have like traumas and stuff like that who cause those sexual behaviors, that doesn't give you the right to be full of hate, okay? And people who are full of hate, I'm not going to hate you, I'm just going to do something more cruel to you. You're never going to have a voice in my channel. You're going to be blocked, you're going to be anonymous, and you're going to know that you wasted your time writing comments no one is ever going to read. Thank you very much for watching.